Is Meghan Markle preparing a major bombshell with a secret weapon in her back pocket? Welcome to Popcorn Palace. I am Andy Signor, and there's rumors abound about Meghan Markle planning a big move. Oh, she's holding on to this one, apparently. Want to know what you think? Let me break down my thoughts here. So, as the reports have come in, Meghan Markle may want to look forward and put the royal drama in her past. However, reports are saying, in her own words, are saying she will always have a secret weapon in her back pocket if she ever wants to avenge the royal family. Duchess of Sussex has previously opened up about her struggles during her time as a working royal through a series of interviews in her Netflix documentary, as we know, with Prince Harry. Following the Duke's, book Spare, rumors started swirling about whether Meghan might write her own book. We've talked about this in great detail, as have many of you. In 2022, 2 years after she left the firm and moved back to the U.S., the Duchess famously spoke to The Cut and opened up about one of her visits back to the UK while packing up her stuff from Frogmore Cottage, the one that she got bounced out of, and now they're buying a house in Portugal. Harry and Meghan were given Frogmore as a wedding gift by the late Queen Elizabeth. However, they were asked to vacate the property late last year after Spare's release. Now, they've always sort of just held this as like, that's not fair, as if they should just forever be able to keep that property as part of all the property. I mean, the royals own a lot of properties. And no, I don't think just the ones who quit royal duty get to keep the thing they were gifted. It doesn't work that way. These properties really do belong to the people. If I'm not corrected, they're just given, the control to the royals so they can maintain the, royal life. If you're not part of that royal life, you don't get to keep the estate. It just doesn't work the way they want it to. So while they were kicked out of Frogmore, which they were given as a wedding gift, Meghan's clearly been holding out and thinking about how can I really avenge them if I ever need to. And she told The Cut, you go back and you open drawers and you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I was writing in my journal then? Comments prompted many royal watchers to speculate about whether Duchess would ever pen her own book. Now, royal expert Jamie Bond told OK Magazine that Meghan's Frogmore journal may just be her potential weapon against the royals if she's ever seeking revenge. And here it is. Here is that article from OK Magazine. This option is still in her back pocket. So now as we set that up, she wants, Meghan has moved on, guys. That's what she's telling people behind the scenes, but she always will retain this back pocket journal. Now, the journal is just one of many things. She could make up a million things, to be fair. So the journal's not much of a threat to my eyes as much as they're saying it, but BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond says it's more than 2 years since she gave that interview, and she has steered clear of the controversy about the royal family since. Obviously, the journal she mentioned will remain a potential weapon in her back pocket if she ever feels the need to seek some sort of revenge. Oh, as if she hasn't already felt the need to do that. She's done it countless times now and continues to. Now she's the most bullied woman in the world. Even at that last Jane Pauley interview, she was sort of putting out there, I'm still hurt. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. If she ever really wants some sort of revenge, she has behaved with discretion and dignity ever since Oprah and the documentary series. Oh, is that what that is? Is that what dignity looks like? All the things she's... Got it. Didn't she just remind everybody that she was suicidal? I think she is looking forwards, not backwards, and is moving on with her life. So I don't think we should be raising false alarms about any potential memoir. But she does have the Frogmore Journal, and I'm going to be out there. The comments came after Sunday Times royal editor Roya dissected Meghan's revealing remarks on True Royalty TV's Royal Beat. The thinly veiled threats that came in the interview, I think she probably hopes it does feel threatening to the royal family. But I think there's a lot of eye rolling going on. We're used to this by now. But that phrase, I have a lot to say until I don't, and I've never signed anything that restricts me from talking, there was a very strong inference there. And of course, the reminder that she keeps a journal and a revelation that when we came back to Windsor to Frogmore College for the Jubilee, I rediscovered my journal that I had left there. I was astonished to discover that she had left a highly private diary behind in Windsor rather than taking it back. Well, because she didn't leave it behind. She's just in my opinion, putting it out there now to make everyone seem worried. Oh no, what's she going to do? I don't think the royals really care anymore about what she's going to do. She's mentioned it a couple times in the last year or two that she kept a journal. And I think there's some strong inference that Meghan could write her own memoir. So yeah, as she recently also opened up about being one of the most bullied people in the world during a visit to a group of teenagers, as we broke down, absolutely shameful the way she exploits these poor kids for Girls Inc., this company. Yeah, anyway, this is nonsense, a nonsense. But anyway, I digress. This whole idea that she's holding this diary as example, as a sort of a revenge tactic, is shocking, I will be honest. But she has been threatening the family for speaking freely comment amid memoir speculation. Yes, that one that Roya was talking about is this one that we just read, that yes, she's been out there making these points sort of seemingly subtly, but it's not subtle. She's absolutely been threatening them all this time. And yeah, I do believe this is a weapon in her back pocket. Now, I think she knows at this point it would be a bad look to jump on this. She's got to try to like show some sort of worth before she goes back to the rumor mill again, because she always goes there. But I think she's really hoping this Netflix show will be a huge smash. I'm sure she's thinking it's gonna be. It's not. But you know, these threats are no joke. She spoke about discovering the old journal back in the Platinum Jubilee. Sunday Times editor Roya dissected the revealing remarks. Here again, this is what it was. So yeah, that interview back there from True Royalty TV and the the comments came from the one way back. True Royalty TV is when the people have now been talking about it. Sorry, my apologies. I read it too fast. Now I'm correcting to make sure anybody who was not following me is now clear. Meghan made these comments a while back. So Roya's new comments on Royalty TV are correct. They are thinly veiled threats. And there is a lot of eye rolling. This reminder that she kept the journal, it's pathetic. It's crazy. She has mentioned it too many times now for this to be something that we really sort of are worried about. But it's nuts. Roya further suggests that Meghan's anecdote about returning to Frogmore was merely a pretext to discuss it. That's what I said. Most of their belongings were packed up long before they even left for Canada, America, so packing up was done. Exactly. So she's, again, proving how manipulative she really is by putting that out there as a little nugget for people to digest, realizing she didn't just discover it. She's just saying that now to sort of make this threat out to the whole royals. Certainly when Eugenie lived there for a while with her husband and child, they had run of the house. I think that most of Harry and Meghan's belongings that remained, which weren't many, were stored away. So I don't think she came back and packed up the house. I read it as an opportunity for her to mention her journal. Exactly. So this idea of is she prepping a bombshell? No, I don't think a book's coming anytime soon. I don't. I think that's something Meghan needs to hold on to for post-divorce or something else. That is a trump card she needs to play at the most carefulest time. Right now, all attention is on relaunching a potential podcast series, which who knows if that's ever going to actually take off. The Netflix deal, which she's really hoping will take off with this new cooking show. It's not going to. So all of this is absolutely a back pocket weapon indeed. I wholeheartedly agree with these experts. And yeah, I think she did drop that out there to make them seem nervous or feel nervous. But I want to ask you, do you think they really are feeling nervous anymore? Have we all just gotten kind of bored and tired of Meghan's threats? Because I know I have. I want to hear your thoughts, though. Do you think a memoir from Meghan is coming soon? Or do you think it's going to be a long time coming until there's really a reason for it? I want to hear your thoughts down in those comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming for you here on Popcorn Palace.